Hello everyone, hope you're doing good and welcome back to my channel. Today we are at day 12 of the November Daily Code Challenge and we have a very good question in front of us. Okay, it's not a bit preparation question, but it's a very different question, and I'm sure that you will really enjoy it. Okay, quickly jumping to the question. So yeah, it's a very well question. Most beautiful item for each query. Okay, let's see the input first. The input suppose it's a 2D array. Okay, so what it means we'll go to that, but we are also given the second array which is going to the queries array. Okay, and we have to return the answer array whose length is same as that of the queries array. Okay, so these are just like what is given. Let we are seeing that. Okay, now so basically, if you see here, it's a 2D array. That means inside this every element is basically array. Okay, having two elements. So what are those elements actually? So the ith element is actually an array of two elements. Okay, so what are they? They are going to represent the price and beauty of that item. Okay, so let's see the question now. You're given a 2D integer array items where items of I is equal to price of I and beauty of I. Okay, that means if you see a single particular element in this particular array, okay, it's also going to be array. Inside that there are going to be two elements. Okay, first element is going to be the price of that particular item and the second value is going to be the beauty of that particular item. Okay, denotes the price and beauty of the item respectively. Okay, you are also given a zero indexed array queries for each query. Okay, each query, that's they're calling the jth element of the query. Okay, you want to determine the maximum beauty of an item whose price is less than or equal to query of j. Okay, so what we have to do, see here, these are the, like, this is the price, this is the beauty, right? Similarly, this is the price, this is the beauty. Okay, they are not given, see, they nowhere it's mentioned that they are sorted out or something like that. Okay, it's randomly given as it is. Okay, now what is the question is, let us say these are the queries. Okay, for each of them I have to return an answer. Okay, so what I have to do, see, for example here the price is 5. That means among all the items which have a price less than 5, okay, what could be the highest beauty that we can get? Okay, that is among all the items here, okay, which have a price less than 5, less than or equal to 5, among them what is the, you know the biggest amount of beauty that we can get in the item. Okay, so yeah, that is what the question is. Okay, we'll see multiple examples for this, but just understand the question first. Okay, for each queries of j, you want to determine the maximum beauty of an item whose price is less than or equal to queries of j. Okay, that is, if I paid that this much price, what is the most beautiful item that I can get? Okay, so the price of the item must be less than or equal to this particular element. Okay, for example, I am talking about 5, means the price of the item should be either less than or equal to 5, but I want the most beautiful item in this range. Okay, that is what the question is, right? Less than or equal to 3. Okay, if no such item exists, then the answer to this query should be 0. Okay, that is also important. Return an array answer of the same length as queries. Okay, so here they've clearly mentioned for each query basically you have to return an answer. Okay, that's what they're trying to say, where answer of j is the answer to the jth query. Okay, I hope you have understood the question. Okay, we'll see, like, in my code I will show you multiple outputs to understand this, but yeah, you can go through this example. Okay, it's like so much series again, so I'm not going through it, but it's very simple and self-explanatory. You can go through it and try to understand. Okay, okay, there are two three examples given. You can just go through them. Okay, one more thing that I want you to remember is that, see, if no such item exists, that is, let's say I am going to give a price under which there are no items, so I cannot purchase any item for that particular price. That means the answer to that should be 0. Okay, now let us see the constraints for this quickly. So it is going to be of the range 10 power 5. Okay, see, whenever you see of this kind of range, the idea is very clear. Okay, you cannot have a n square approach. Okay, you cannot have a for loop inside a for loop, so you cannot get the O of n square approach. Okay, fine. Then if you see the values, okay, this part is not important to us. Okay, so yeah, we will just skip that, but yeah, maybe you can just take how many bits you are going, but yeah, that is not needed because the input is already given to you. Okay, so these things are not needed. So only thing is the way that after seeing this thing, I can only conclude that we cannot have an n square approach. Okay, now quickly jumping to the solution that I'm having. Okay, yeah, I'm going to solve this in, okay, n log n approach. Okay, basically, but since I'm going to combine both the items array and the queries array, okay, so I'm just combining their length as well. Okay, I'm just combining the length as well, so the term of will look like this. Okay, whichever is highest value among m and n, you can just replace that. Okay, for example, let's say the n is high. Okay, that is the number of items are more than the number of queries. So among these, you can just have the one which is dominating. Okay, as simple as that. So coming to space complexity, only the space of this. Okay, that will be impacting on space complexity. Okay, so that is the thing that I'm trying to show you. Okay, next, how to do in the solution. Okay, first of all, let me quickly run this and show you how the output is coming, because based on the output I will explain you the solution. Okay, so yeah, this is regarding the first example. Okay, let us bring the first example here. Okay, yeah, right, yeah, so first example. So see, what I'm going to do is, just a second. Yeah, so this is the first example, right? So we are given certain items. Okay, each item has a price, it has a, measure for its beautiness. Okay, so what we have to do, first of all, I will be sorting them. Okay, but how I'm going to sort them, see, the idea is very simple. Okay, for a particular query, I need to know what all our items are there and among them which is the most beautiful item. Okay, do you agree with me in that? For example, see, I have a price of 4. That means I need to know all the items which have a price less than or equal to 4. Among them, which is the most beautiful item that I need to return. Okay, that the beautifulness of that item, I need to return the answer. Okay, so instead of going through the whole loop for each of the queries here, what I can do is I will try to insert them in the items array itself, and I will try to sort the items array. Okay, based on the price. Just try to understand. Remember, these are price. Similarly, the zeroth element here is going to be the price. Okay, zeroth element is going to be the price. So I will be sorting this whole array based on the zeroth element. But before that, in this, how I'm going to insert this. So what I will do is, see, if you see my code, what I'm doing here, what I'm doing is, see, yeah, for I of queries, I'm going through each of the queries and I'm inserting them into the items array. Okay, like, see, the this element is going to be the price itself in the query. Okay, but I'm using a dummy value here which is -1. Why I'm using -1? So if you see here in the constraints, there can never be minus value basically. Okay, that's what they're trying to say. So for that reason, just to segregate like which item in this is going to be a real item and which item is going to be the inserted by me, just to segregate that, going to use the ith, that is the 1th value as -1. Okay, and the 0th value as I means the price. Remember, the sorting is going to happen based on the price only. Okay, that is the 0th element of each element. Okay, for each element you have to take the 0th index in that. Okay, the value in the 0th index. So for that reason, what I'm doing, see, this is the items are given. Okay, in this already these things are there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to insert these values also in that. Okay, but how should I insert? See, each element here should have two values, right? So just to make each single value here as a pair of values, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this. Okay, I will take the price that is as it is in the query, okay, given, and I will insert a -1 there. Okay, after that I will be sorting it. Okay, and then I am printing it. So what result we're seeing now is basically that this particular print statement after the sort. So just see here what is happening. So if you see here, basically, say, always let us say these two have the same price, right? One and one, they have the same price. Okay, this is inserted by me, this is already existing. So what will happen is, always whenever the price is same, what will happen, the one with the highest beautifulness will come first, then will, so basically whenever the prices are same, the items will be arranged in such a way that the item with the highest beauty will come first. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so if you see here, okay, these three values, they have the same price, but just compare the order in which the items are appearing. So the item with the highest beautifulness will come first, then the item with the least beautifulness, and then the one which is inserted by me. So that's why I've given the value -1 here. Okay, just to segregate them out of it. So if you see here in originally, see, 3 5 is coming first, then 3 2 is coming. Okay, so in this, if you see, 3 2 is coming first, and then 3 5 is coming. So I hope you're understanding what is happening. See, there are two kind of sorts happening. One sort is based on price. Okay, that is, whichever element has the smallest price, that will come first. But what will happen in the case when all of the items have the same price? So in my solution, what I want is the one with the highest beauty should come first. Okay, so that is why the item with the highest beauty, which is 5. Okay, see, these all the three elements having the same price, but the price with the highest beauty is coming first. The price, that is item with the second highest beauty, is coming second, and then the one which is inserted by me. Okay, so how I am doing that, I am doing to this. Okay, what I'm doing, items dot sort, I am going to pass a key here. Okay, what is key? Basically it determines the sort will happen based on which conditions. Okay, the sort will happen based on which conditions. What I'm doing, that is for each x, that is, what is this lambda? Lambda basically means a passing function. So what I'm doing, that is for each x. Okay, this is going to be my x. What I should do, I should compare their x of 0 first. Okay, that is, the answer should be ascending based on the x of 0, that is based on the price. Okay, and then it should be descending based on the x of 1, that is, it should be descending based on their beauty. Why I have given a minus here? That means it will be descending. Okay, so for that reason, if three elements have the same price, the one with the highest beauty will come first. Okay, that is that is something that I want. Why I'm doing that, you will get to know when you see the solution. Okay, next, what I'm doing, okay, let me pull it here. So see, next what I'm doing. So one thing is very clear, right? Whenever you see here, the one with the highest beauty will be always forward, and then, for example, see, this price is same. See, this is one of the prices, but the query is also having this price. Okay, in the query, if you see, again one is coming. So for this query, I need to know which all items have price less than this. At the same time, what is the maximum beauty among them? Okay, so in this case, the answer will be two. Okay, just try to understand it. For this particular query, this, remember, whenever -1 is there, that is inserted by me. Okay, so for this query, what is the answer? Answer is going to be 2. Similarly, for this query, what is the answer? Answer is going to be 4 here. Okay, that is the highest value. Similarly, if you see, for this particular query, what is going to be the answer? The answer is going to be 5, because 5 is having the highest beauty. Remember, 2 is also there, but I will take 5 as the answer. As simple as that. Okay, next. Similarly, we have to do, right? if you see here 4 of minus 1, okay, so what is the answer for this? Answer for this is again going to be 5, okay, that is the answer for 4 is again going to be 5. So if you see here for the 4, it is again going to be 5, as simple as that, okay, and so on. Similarly for 5, what is the answer going to be? For that, the answer is going to be 6, okay, as simple as that, okay, that's how it will be continuing, okay. So let us see how I'm doing that. So first of all, what I will declare a value which equal to 0. Why equal to 0? Remember that if they have mentioned that if a value doesn't exist, okay, if a value doesn't exist, what I have to do? I have to return 0. That is the reason why I am starting this value with 0, okay. Max beauty seen till now is the name of that, okay. I am going to store the answer. See, the idea here is I will sort them, but how in when finally I have to return the answer should look like this, right? The answer has to look like this. For that reason, I am storing the answers in this. Okay, for each query, the key will be query, the value will be its beauty. That is the element that I'm going to return for it. Okay, what is the key going to be? Key is going to be this. Okay, this is going to be the key, and this is going to be the value. Okay, simple as that, right? So what I'm doing next? Okay, let me quickly zoom out. Yeah. So I'm going through each price and beauty in the items. Okay. In the items, I'm going through for each price and beauty. Okay. What I'm doing first, if the beauty is minus one, that is this particular element is inserted by me. What I have to do till then, okay, till then, that is before this, whatever items came, what is the highest price? What is the highest beauty in them? Okay, that is what I'm going to do. Answer to queries of price. That is, I am going to insert a value in this particular thing. Okay, whose key is going to be this and whose value is going to be this. Okay, so answer to queries of price is equal to max beauty seen till now. Okay, if it is minus one, then that is I need to find an answer for this. Okay, if it is not the case, what I have to do? I have to capture the maximum beauty seen till now. That is the maximum beauty seen till the previous element, and for the current element also I need to compare that. Okay, like max beauty seen till now is equal to max of the previous thing, comma the current element's beauty. As simple as that. Okay. Finally, once I come out of this particular for loop, what I have to do? See, now all the answers will be ready in this particular thing. Okay, what I have to do? I have to go through each of the queries. I is going to be the query, and for that query, I'm going to find the answer. Okay, so this I is going to be the query basically. I'm going through each of the queries here. Okay, and for this, I'm searching for this particular key. What is the value in this map? Okay, this is called a map basically. If you see here, this is a map or a you know we also call it a dictionary in Python. Okay, so that I'm going to return here. Okay, as simple as that. So this solution is in Python. This looks very simple, but in other languages, if you do it, it's going to be a bit complicated. Especially the approach that I'm showing you is definitely going to be complicated in other languages. So let me quickly run this and show you. If you see, it is clearing most of the test cases. Okay. And yeah, this is one such edge case. Okay, what is happening here? So basically, you can also record it. I guess this was not the initially I added myself. So what happens is, see here, the elements are hugely different. Okay, if you see here, so this particular case will determine whether you are able with the solution is optimized, optimal enough to clear this kind of test cases. Okay, because the values here are very different. If you see, one is 10, other one is around 1,000. Okay, that's why this is important for that. Okay, and these are the queries, and for that you have to need the answer. Okay. So if you see in my solution, what I'm doing, see the only complex operation in my solution is going to be the sort. Okay. Other than the sort, which is of n log n time, other than that, nothing is that much, uh, intensive or time consuming. Okay. These are simple for loops, and these are simple. I'm just recording a value in this. Okay. This will again have how many keys? Maximum will be the number of entries in this. Okay. That much keys only will be there. So for that reason, if you see the time complexity of it, it is going to be O of n plus n log n plus n. Okay, n log n, right? Same thing, because now the items array. Okay, initially it has, let us say it has n items. Okay, the length of it is going to be n, and similarly the length of this is going to be m. Okay, then what I'm doing, I'm combining. Okay, all the queries that are there, I'm going to insert them also in the items, and then I'm sorting it. That's why I'm writing it like this. But ideally, what should happen? See, whichever is the bigger one. For example, let us say items has 100 elements, queries has only 3 to 4 elements. Then in that case, whichever is the dominating one, that is the length of the item is the dominating in this case. So that you have to replace here. Okay, it will be 100 log 100. Okay, you don't have to mention 2 in that. Okay, as simple as that. So yeah, that is how it will be. But yeah, the dominating factor should be always included here. As simple as that. Then finally, what is space complexity? See, this is the only place where I'm going to record some value that is going to occupy some storage. And how much and maximum entries are going to be in this number of, that is the length of this. Okay, so number of entries, maximum entries in this is going to be the length of this. So that's why the space complexity is going to be O of m, where m is the length of the queries. Okay, as simple as that. So yeah, friend, that was all for this particular video, and this was really a nice solution. See, it will be getting complex. Okay, if you are not solving it in the right way, definitely it will look complex. Okay, I am damn sure about that. But yeah, I showed you the approach which I felt is going to be the easiest. Okay, because see, I am minimizing everything here. I see, because the kind of question that it is, you don't have to do anything extra. If you can get this approach. You don't need anything extra. Okay, if you see in other solutions, they are trying to do very complex things, but I guess those are not needed. Here simply you can do this and get the answer. So try to do this in other languages, but I'm damn sure it will be difficult in other languages to get this. That much I'm damn sure. Okay, so yeah, friend, that was all for today. If you like my efforts, please do subscribe to my channel. It really gives a lot of motivation to continue further. Okay, and yeah, see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot. See you tomorrow.